Hi guys, so I wanted to do my mock draft of the expansion for Seattle Kraken. So I didn't take all the big names. I just build up a team. So this is what I chose, and I'm pretty sure I didn't check the cap space, but I'm pretty sure I'm really under the cap space. And well, with this team, they probably, if they would choose this team, they probably do a lot of trade, and then maybe the free agent they grab somebody else and all that. So let's get into it. For the Wild, a defense, Carson Susi. That's a defense, and that's a good pickup. I almost went for Kekkonen, but I'll let you know with the goalie. I know the goalies. I grabbed a few good ones. Calgary, we got a right winger, Brett Ritchie. And he's a right winger. And I could have went with Giordano, but I have a few good defense on this list, so I went with a little bit younger and more. Well, we don't want to take big contracts, so we're gonna take a few, but we're gonna go young and maybe get some prospect and all that. Ottawa, this is where I get a goalie, my first goalie, and he's gonna be like a third goalie, Joey Decor. And he's a good young goalie, third string. I decided to go with Joey Decard, so he'll be my third goalie, my backup. Arizona, I went with. Oh, Arizona. Oh, sorry. Winnipeg. So sorry with that. Mason Appleton, and he's a center, and I think he's a good center. Probably on the second and the third line, maybe. Arizona, Michael Butting. And sorry if I don't say the names well. I'm trying to do my best. And he is a left wing. He's maybe in the lower forwards, so we'll see. For the Kings, I went with Brendan Lemieux. And like I said, we're gonna take. I'm trying to put a team so less big contract, so we'll try to get into the cap space. I I'll have a few players that will make a lot of money. So for Canucks, I put Cole Lim. He's a right winger. Not a lot of defense so far, but it will come up. Columbus, I got a center, Max Domi. I think that we need centers, so I think he's a good pickup. Others, I put Dominic Cahoon. Good left winger. Very young, so we'll see where he goes. Montreal, I put Carey Price. Only because, well, you need a big name. It's a big contract, but he'll produce. He'll be injured a few months, but still, you can't. Carey Price is on the table. You just take it. That's what I think. And I'll grab other goalies. So in the meantime that he's injured, we still have good goalies. Flyers, Robert Hag. Defense. A little bit more less expensive than Ghost, but I think that he's a good pickup for defense. New York Rangers, I put. It's hard to not take him. Barclay Goodrow. He won't be long time with the Rangers. With the Rangers, he was with Tampa Bay, so I think he's a good winger. And then you got Jordan Eberle for New York Islander. Another good right winger. Boston, now you got another defense. You got Terminals on defense. Capital, I could have went with Ovechkin or something like that, crazy. Instead of Carey Price, you get Ovechkin, you get a big name. I went with another goalie. I went with a young goalie. You can't just leave him here. Vanecek. He'll be your backup at the beginning, and then if Carey Price comes back, you trade him or the other goalie. We'll see. The Ducks. You can't not take this guy. I think it's a good name to get. Alexander Volkov, and he's a right winger. Very young, but he'll be maybe your future, or you trade him for asset. We'll see. Sharks, Ryan Donato. He's a center. Nashville, another center. Colton Sisson. I could have went with Ryan Johansson, but he's a little bit expensive. I went with the less expensive a little bit. Went with the safe option. Sisson, the center. Colorado, I went with GT Comfort. Light wing, you need some light wing a little bit, so you got GT Comfort. For St. Louis, there's our veteran, not veteran, but good defense. It starts now. Vince Vaughn. I could have went with Tarasenko or something like that, or a Sanford, but I went with Vince Dunn. You need a good defense, and you a good tandem defense. So for Toronto got Jared McCann. So Carfoot and Darmouth is going to be safe. Went with Jared McCann. I think they got him because of the expansion center. New Jersey, I went with, a lot of people went with Pika Subban and all that, but $9 million is a lot of money for 1 year. Could he turn it around? I think he could, but I wouldn't risk it on that. So New Jersey, I went with Marian Studnik. Right wing. Marian Studnik instead. A little bit, really a lot more less expensive than Subban. And Chicago, well, he's an old Canucks. He's a good player. Adam Gaudette. You can't not take this guy. I think he'll be a good addition to Seattle Kraken. Stars, I put another defense, Jamie Alessiak, he's a defense. And like I said, like a lot of these players could be traded and all that. at the draft or at the free in like traded or something like that. This is not. This is my list. I mean, it's just a mock draft. So Detroit, I put Troy Stetcher. Another good defense. I think the defense, you can't have a lot, not enough defense. I think you have a lot of veteran on here. And so Pittsburgh, I put Brendan Tanev. I like this player, so I think they should get him. Carolina, another veteran, Dougie Hamilton. This is the big name. This is the big contract. Like Carey Price, Dougie Hamilton's going to be very expensive, but I mean, their blue line will be really good. Defense. Their blue line's going to be really good, so we'll see if they go this route, but I mean, why not? Florida, Chris Krieger, and I mean, he's they're gonna sign him for sure. So, so this is really a guaranteed. So you get Chris Drieger, Vanacek, and then you got Carey Price. Carey Price is injured. You got good goalies, and you have the car too. So I think it's good pickup. So Tampa Bay, Ross Colton. I think I could have went with Killorn, Palat. Really other players, but I went with Ross Colton. I think he's a young guy. I think there's a bright future for him in Seattle. So I think they should pick him. And for Buffalo, I could have put Cody Eakin or Skinner, but I went with Colin Miller. Really got a good defense. So for the captain, let's see who I can get for captain. Let's see who I could put captain. I guess you could put the captain on Dougie Hamilton maybe. But I mean, you can go with a team without a captain. So we'll see where they go with this. For goalie, I like the goalie setup I have here. I like more defense. You got defense. You got Vince Don. You got Dougie Hamilton, Stetcher. You got Lozon, Hag, Susie. I think you really have good defense. And offense is good. Center, it's a little bit sketchy, but I think this could be a good team. Let me know what you think about this. This is my list, my mock draft. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.